Welcome students. We are back with another lesson. In last class we discussed vectors. So what are vectors? A quantity that has a magnitude as well as a direction. So in this figure, suppose A is your initial point and B is the final point. The distance between A to B is represented by this dotted line. So this is a length drawn, and this length is how much? 3 meter. So this length has a magnitude 3 meter. Apart from having a magnitude, this length is also in a particular direction. If you see, it is in the northeast direction, that is, it is 20 degrees to the north. So such quantities which have a starting point and a final point, you have a magnitude as well as you have a direction. Such kind of physical quantities will be known as your vectors. Now vectors in this case is represented by AB, where A is the initial point, B is the final point. So you write AB, and to depict or to show that this AB is a vector, you will draw an arrow on top of this one. Fine. Apart from writing AB, you can also write a small letter. You can also indicate this vector using a small letter A. This A represents this vector A, and to show this is a vector, you will use a arrow. Fine. So for the example of a vector in this case is a displacement. This is a distance of how much? 3 meter. Apart from having a distance, this also has a direction 20 degrees to the north. So it also has a direction. So here the length of this arrow, this length, how much? 3 meter, represents the magnitude. Magnitude is how much? 3 meter. So to write the magnitude of this vector AB, you can also write this one as AB between these two signs. Yeah. So to represent a magnitude, you write it like this. This symbol you see here, these two straight lines, they are known as the modulus. Okay, mod. So if you have to write down this vector, you write it inside the modulus. Okay, like this one. So if I have to write the magnitude of AB, I will write mod of AB. Similarly, if the vector is represented by a small letter, so you write mod of A. So the length represents the magnitude part, and the magnitude can be written like this. Fine. Next, whenever you draw a vector, you depict the direction. You show the direction with the arrowhead. Clear? So the arrowhead shows the direction of the vector. Fine. So here what we have discussed? We have discussed the definition for my vector. Then we have discussed how to write down a vector. Then how to write down the magnitude of the vector. Then from the picture we have showed what does the length of the arrow. First we have showed how do you draw a vector. You draw it using this arrow. Then I have showed the length of the arrow. What does this length of the arrow means? It means the magnitude. Next, I have showed what does this arrowhead direction denotes? It shows the direction of the vector. Fine. So after discussing vector, next let's discuss the types of vectors. So here you see a different types of vectors are shown in the screen. So let us start with this one, the first one. So in this case you see there are three vectors. First you have OM, then you have ON, and then you have OL. So your three vectors are OM, ON, and OL. All of these three vectors are represented by an arrow, and all of these three vectors shows that they are moving or they are pointing in a different direction. But all of the three vectors have the same starting point. Can you see this point O? These three vectors have a common initial point. So such kind of vectors which has a common initial points are known as your co-initial vectors. So what are co-initial vectors? Two or more vectors having the same initial point. Fine. Now let's look at this type of vectors. Okay, consider the two vectors which I have drawn inside this yellow box. Here you see the two vectors are moving in the same direction. Can you see? The two vectors are pointing towards the same direction. So I can say that these two vectors are parallel to each other. Okay, that means if I have to draw this vector AB, okay, if I make this a straight line and I have to make this CD also as a straight line, will this two straight line will ever intersect each other? No. So such kind of vectors are your parallel vectors. Similarly, now consider these three vectors. Again look at AB. This AB is moving in this direction, straight direction. Okay, so this, if I extend this vector, it will look like this. Similarly, if I extend this vector EF, then you'll see that this is also a line. And are these two lines intersecting at any point? The answer is no. If two lines do not intersect each other, then those two lines are known as your parallel lines. Similarly, if the two vectors, if they do not coincide each other or they do not intersect each other, then such vectors are also known as your parallel vectors. But in this case, the direction is opposite. Even though if it's opposite, but still they will not intersect each other. So this kind of vectors AB and EF are also known as your parallel vectors. Fine. So such vectors like the two or more vectors which are parallel to the same line. Look at this. AB and CD, they are parallel to each other, or instead of considering this two, consider imaginary vector. This red one represents a imaginary line. Okay. Now AB is parallel to L. Similarly, CD is parallel to L. EF is also parallel to L. JK is also parallel to L. XY is also parallel to L. PQ is also parallel to L. So if two or more vectors are parallel to the same line, look, they are all parallel to this L, irrespective of their magnitude and direction. Okay, it doesn't depends upon their magnitude. This is a small arrow, this one is a small arrow, this is a big arrow. So they are independent of the magnitude. Look, this one is in the opposite direction, these two vectors. So they are independent of the directions. Okay, so such vectors which are parallel to the same line, okay, such vectors are known as your collinear vectors. Examples A, B, C, D, E, F, X, Y, J, K and P. Fine. So the next one are your equal vectors. To show this equal vector, consider two vectors AB and CD. Now look at this AB and CD. Okay, first let us consider, look at their size. AB and CD, both of them have a equal size. Therefore I say the mod of AB and the mod of CD are equal. That means AB and CD have the same magnitude. Next, apart from this, AB and CD are pointing towards the same direction, so they have the same direction. So two vectors which have the same magnitude and same direction, they are called as your equal vectors. So consider I've drawn an arrow like this one. Fine. Now let us suppose if I draw and if I displace it from its initial position like this. Fine. So here, suppose your vector was placed here. Okay. Now I move this vector upwards in a parallel direction. Okay, in the upward direction. Now if you displace the vector in the upward direction, okay, has the size of the vector changed? No, the size is still staying. What about the direction? Are they pointing towards the same direction? Yes, they both are pointing towards the same direction. So if I move the vector, if I displace the vector parallelly, then their magnitude and the direction remains same. Okay, The same is possible if I suppose if I move this vector in the forward direction. Clear? Suppose this was your initial vector. If I push it in the forward direction, then what happens? Still the vectors still the vector is same. Okay, still the vector is same, it is pointing in the same direction. Why? Because you have just moved the vector in the forward direction. Okay, so parallel displacement of the vector doesn't changes its magnitude and direction. So suppose you have this vector AB. If I moved it in this direction, still the magnitude and direction haven't changed. If I move this vector in this forward direction like A double dash B dash, has the magnitude and direction changed? No. Okay, so you can move a vector in a parallel direction, okay, in the parallel displacement as shown in this figure. Clear? Now suppose you are given three vectors, like in this case you have a vector AB, you have a vector RS, and you have a vector UV. Okay, now take a look at the vector RS. Okay, if I move this vector in the forward direction, let us put it somewhere here. Fine, I have moved it in the parallel direction. Similarly, if I move it in the parallel direction in this upward direction, fine, so I've moved this vector so that these two vectors have the same initial point. Yeah. Similarly, if you have this vector, what you can do is you can also draw a vector which is parallel to UV at this point. Fine. So this is a vector which is parallel to UV. So why I have done like this? This is because in this case I can compare the three vectors. So this is your first vector RS, this is your second vector AB, this is your third vector AB. I have made them a co-initial vectors. Okay, look, I have moved them parallelly. Okay, that's why their magnitude and the direction has not changed if you look into the figure. Fine. Now if you have a common initial point, now you can easily compare the three vectors. Look, is the direction of this vector RS same with AB? No. Fine. Is the direction of AB same with UV? The answer is no. Fine. So whenever you have to compare the vectors, okay, what you can do is always try to move them in the parallel direction so that these vectors have the same initial point. Okay, this way you can compare the three vectors. Yeah, this will be helpful when we will solve some numericals. Okay, fine. Next, let's discuss the negative vectors. Okay, so just like your equal vectors, okay, suppose this is your vector CD, this is another vector EF. Okay, now your negative vectors are those vectors which has the same magnitude. If you look at this CD and this CD, both of them have the same magnitude, but these two vectors have the opposite direction. Fine. So the vectors which has the same magnitude and opposite direction are known as your negative vector. So compare this vector EF and compare this vector CD. So again, what did I say? To compare, first move this vector parallel. Okay, I have moved this vector in the forward direction parallel to the initial direction. Now what I'll do, I'll displace it in the upward direction, but this one has to be parallel. So if you look, CD is pointing in this upward direction, whereas EF is pointing in this downward direction. Okay, this way we can compare the two vectors. Now if you look, they have the same magnitude, but their directions are opposite to each other. So such vectors CD and EF will be the examples of a negative vector. Clear? Okay, so the last one is your equal vectors. Okay, suppose equal vectors, so I have discussed. Okay, all those vectors which have the same magnitude and the same direction. Like suppose look at this case, these two vectors have the same magnitude. Look at their sizes, they are same and they are both pointing in the upward direction. So the vectors which have same magnitude and same direction are known as your equal vectors. Fine. So that's it for today's class. Thank you. And if you have any confusion, please feel free to ask. I will re-explain it to you again. So again, thank you.